Hey, everybody, welcome to the Breakdown Live here at PR Tacos.
Alice and Margarita Bar.
There you go. You got it. There you go. I think we got it down together now. I'm John Cheney, the host with Cycle Fever TV. And
Pat Lobianco.
There you go. We're here to go over, break down the game of the Orlando Predators and the Albany Empire. Hey, we'll final score 74-53 Albany, but I don't know. What do we got to say? We played a great half. I know that.
Yeah, the first half was amazing.
41-40 halftime. We're going to go over, show you some plays, different players, but I don't know. Adjustments. We're getting beat. Adjustments, I can tell you that. I don't know what we're doing in the second half as far as you know me. I'm gonna sugarcoat it. Defensive backs were getting me nervous in the second half. You can't have guys open 15 yards on a 50-yard field.
No, we got we played, like you said, we played a great first half of the game. I mean, it was everybody was on target. Everybody was making the defensive plays, and I don't know. Second half, it's just.
I don't know if we're not
story of ours this year.
Adjustments. I don't know if we're not making adjustments or they're making the right adjustments and we're not making adjustments. But and then you got to understand also in this league that if you're not getting the ball for the second half, you're not getting the ball and you don't score on that last drive. That hurts.
Yeah.
And then they get the ball and they can go up by 14 real quick. And Coach Higgins is here now, so yeah, absolutely.
Come on up.
Absolutely.
Can you make it? Thank you, sir. Like the jacket.
Appreciate it. Courtesy of Mr. Cheney.
Grab your mic there, buddy. You got
sir.
your mic. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing okay.
All right. So, yeah, we're just talking about second half, first half. I mean, we'll start off from the beginning. Let's talk about the very beginning of the game. What do you want to go over? What do you think difference between first half, second half?
Well, now that the game plan can come out, because and the idea was to not get into a track. So some of these plays you're running, I just talk about the first that we need to see the play, but I'll show you. There were several plays that we knew we have a certain guy in motion that they would come up and jam him. So I said to Matt before he brought the play up, hey, tell Larry when a guy comes up, instead of sitting the hitch down, run right by him, throw the touchdown. That happened 2 to 3 plays in the first 3 to 4 drives. But what happened was they scored quick as well with, some blown coverage that you've seen and having, Delvon not back there. And my hat's off to them. They did some crossing patterns. They saw some they would need to communicate. And that wasn't, as consistent as it was with Delvon and Josh as before. So anyway, the idea was to have a 41-40 overall score, not a halftime score. So when you do that, you use those bullets in your gun, you get to the second half, it's kind of like those bullets are kind of gone. So then you have to try to do some other things. We tried to run the ball 5-6 times in the second half. Different times didn't work, didn't convert on 2 4th downs, and then on those, you have one that's a pick 6 earlier. That's a 12-point or a 14-point swing, and those were the differences in the ball game.
Yeah, I was mentioning, especially in this league, where if you have the ball at the end of the half, score, and then the other team gets the ball, it could be a 14-point swing right there.
Yeah. Well, 2 things that, and you're in this position, and, as fans, we all love them, and they're the ones paying for, the seats and the people to sit up here. But the point is, they get on the different type of events or social media outlets and ask certain questions that they don't know, and I'll answer 2 of them right now. So first, if you see that last play of the half, and I might have even spoken to you, the game is a blur to me, but long story short, the reason why we had called timeout and they called timeout is because we were positioning to do something. And if you watch that play, if Lonnie actually gets the catch and pitches that to Beavers, that's a touchdown.
Yeah.
And now we are up, depending on whether the 2 points, or whatever, instead of down by 1, we're at least, up by 5, 6, or 7 or whatever. So, so that didn't happen, but it is what it is. They scored, and they won the end of the second quarter right there. But also, with these balls, and hopefully next year, whatever ball they use, they try it before the season starts. But, we found out early in the season that the kickers, majority of the kickers couldn't kick deuces with these balls, so that's why we have the option to kick the tan ball. But both teams have to agree. So if you look at the last game that we played, 1 9-point swing that the referees, basically apologized to us and said we could challenge it, which gave us the 7, and then a deuce.
Yeah.
They scored 4 deuces to our 0. So bottom line is, if we don't agree to kick that ball, there's no deuces. So in turn, there were no deuces, and we take that out of the equation. It worked out to perfection. We gave up a 23-yard return one time, and a couple times down there we had them, and we didn't make the tackles.
Yeah.
But I will give up 23 yards all day long instead of 2 points.
True.
So
Yeah.
that worked out, so we win that. But I'd like to see it a little bit better, work out for us better and have a definite impact. But if you saw in the beginning of the game, and I knew too, he was coming off of injury, and kickers are, they're really finicky. So, you kick this ball differently than the way you kick that tan ball.
Yeah.
So if you saw the way he kicked that white ball in the beginning, changing his plant foot, he missed an extra point, maybe even 2, but at least 1. He couldn't kick off. He didn't kick a deuce. I was really happy how that worked out. But of course, it didn't, last when in other areas of the game we didn't convert. So
There was a couple times on the kickoffs where our guy kicked it really, really high, and it would land at like the 5-yard line.
Purposely.
Was there a purposely on that?
100%. So I timed in practice 2 things. We have them run down on the kickoff and see how far they could get before the ball hits the ground. Meaning I knew that because I'd played in that. I retired in Albany and coached
Right.
in Albany several years. So anyway, I knew how high the Jumbotron was. So I knew he wasn't going to hit it. So we purposely kicked the ball as high as we could in practice, and then to see where the players would land, meaning where the ball landed and where they were on their feet. And then consistently, they were at least the 25-yard line and sometimes the 20. So I knew that if he could do that and kick it down to the 5, we should be able to tackle them inside the 20, which is better than a touchback, the touchback where they don't get
Right.
a deuce.
Yeah.
And we did that several times. And we even had them at the 10 and the 15, and we missed a couple tackles. But, they make plays too. Guys make plays. Darius Prince is a very good returner. In fact, I was more worried about Hollis as a returner, not Darius Prince.
Yeah.
But, it is
But
what
we
it
did
is.
have missed tackles.
100%.
If we just made tackles, you know what I
100%.
mean? We were good.
Yeah, but we did stop them inside that 20 a couple times, and
Yes.
of course the one time we tried to purposely hit the lineman with the ball and squib it. That's something we also worked on. The first game we hit him with the ball, if you remember, we recovered it, but one of our guys was offsides. This time we weren't offsides, but we didn't hit him with the football. I don't know. I didn't have to challenge it. I just walked out and said, hey, the ball hit the wall, so then they have brought it back. But then when they didn't spot it right, of course, I challenged the spot. And then he put it on the 5 where it belongs. But it is what it is. But, yes, some missed tackles, some miscues, obviously a pick 6, no 4th down conversions twice. And then, of course, the blown coverages. And, that was the difference.
Was it only twice that we missed the 4th down conversions? I was counting. I thought I counted 4.
I think there was 4.
Well, I'm talking about 2 in the second half.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or the 4th quarter. It depends if you're counting just the very, very end of the game.
The end of the game.
Yeah,
yep.
I guess it's a 4th down conversion.
4 quarters.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, I got a question. I'm going to ask you a play. What was that really a quarterback to follow going around to try to get the first down there, which was an important first down that we didn't get? We turned the ball over. Was that actually a quarterback, or did he not follow? or was it
He
missed
was-
blocking? What was it?
It was supposed to be an inside play, not an outside
Okay.
play. You must have seen me get on him a little bit.
Well, I mean, I have a pet peeve, and it happens.
No.
I do it too once in a while.
Not
as a
an outside
coach.
play.
I hate when I have a quarterback run the ball.
No.
They suck at running the ball.
No, not well. Especially, I mean, let's just be real. You don't have your 6'5" pocket passer, Peyton Manning type, running an outside sweep. So that
No.
I was a little bit upset, but that was on 3rd and 2.
Yeah, I know,
yeah.
but we didn't
Yes.
get the fourth
Correct.
down. You know,
And that was the difference.
That
yes.
was big right there, and I was like, did we call it? Did he not have to go the right way? Because something looked wrong.
In all seriousness, I didn't expect him even to get 2 yards. I expected to get a yard, and if I caught him, maybe a yard and a half, and if I was really lucky, 2. And when he went outside, I just
Kind of closed your eyes a little bit, like,
I just was like, man.
Yeah.
So no, miscommunication on their part. Supposed to go inside. Quarterback follow up the middle, not on the outside.
Okay, so let me break it down. First, we got the first quarter score was 19-13. Preds.
Yep.
We were winning. 40-41 halftime, Albany. And then third quarter, we did not score. It was 40-54.
Correct.
And then final was 53-74.
Right.
And you looked at some of the, like we talked about, some of the when we say turnovers, meaning they held you, because to me,
Correct.
that's a turnover in this league. And to stop somebody, it's kind of hard.
Yeah.
And, they stopped us a few times.
On the goal line, we missed, and I should have been more specific when I say we have two non-fourth down conversions on the goal line is what I was referring to. We had press coverage on one of them, wanted to go up, throw the ball up to Lonnie Outlaw. I don't think it was a terrible throw. I just think that it was something where maybe, everybody can say this. I say if I would have thrown it, I cannot throw it like I would probably as good as Matt Parsons, but if I could, I would throw it a little bit higher and let him make a play. It was thrown a little bit further, and when he got the press and he made his move, by the time he got his head around, the ball was coming down. So that was kind of a miscommunication on their part. I think if you run that play 9 more times, it's probably going to be a touchdown. 8 out of the 9, so that didn't work out. And those plays are big, but yes. So if you look at that third quarter where we got those 2 stops that didn't go well, and they scored, I guess the fashion of what they scored, which just killed me, because not only was it a blown coverage, but we're talking like 3rd and 18 or 3rd and 13. He rolls out. Yeah, and I don't want to talk about officiating because it doesn't matter. It went both ways, but on that play in particular, you can see him sliding, and literally our lineman is completely turned around, which buys him a couple more yards, and he throws it up. But, they didn't see it, so it is what it is. They got the touchdown. Hats off to them. My only issue is I talked to my coaches on the sideline before, and I was just like, listen, I get we're trying to, pass people off on certain types of things, but if 6 is running down the field, let's have 2 people on him and nobody on the other guy instead of nobody on him and somebody on the other guy. But again,
you can't leave prints.
They make plays too. My hat's off to them. They deserve the win.
All right, so let's take a couple clips. Let's go to clip 1 is Beavers TD. Let's check it out.
He's got the backside motion here. Told Matt, watch when he comes up and press. Tell him, go inside, run right by him, and throw the touchdown. And say they're trying to vice him with the jack. We knew that the jack was going to come. The jack, if you could rewind that, John, if you go to the very beginning, the jack tries to fly out of the box. He's up there by the referee. He tries to sneak over there. We knew he was going to come. So Larry goes as far outside as he can, and he gets inside, turns his back to him on purpose. In case he hits him, it's a penalty, and then catches the touchdown. We worked on that, talked about it. He told him before the play was ran, and that was one of the bullets in the gun that we used.
Believe it or not, that's pretty good ball placement too, right there. Because
Yeah, it was.
He put it right where he could get to it.
Yep, absolutely. That happens actually again on a penalty. We told him the same thing. I think it was Lonnie's hitch and go, where we knew he was gonna come up and he'd run right by him, and we got that penalty too.
All right, so the next play, we got Williams TD 1 and 2.
He comes in motion. Yep, this is actually the one where I said it. It wasn't Lonnie. It was him. I said he actually was going to have a hitch and go on the play. But when somebody comes up, there's no reason to hitch it up. And you always have to go inside, which, straight up, CJ had a little bit of trouble remembering that early in the season. But he came inside, great. He's now a veteran. He makes a lot of plays. It's funny, he's in the crowd. CJ, did he go in the huddle, I hope, and tell you that? He did, right? So you can verify that I knew it was going to happen? Okay. So anyway, that's great, though. That's great teamwork. It's good all-around coaching, and my hat will go off to actually Coach Jabari Dunham. We do a scouting report each week with VidSwap, and it gives you by down and distance what they're going to be doing by coverage. So it's pretty simple. If a team comes up and does that on the down and distance provided 86% of the time, I'm going to call a play. So that's all we did, and it was good. And CJ made the play. Matt made the throw. It was great to see.
Awesome. I mean, and we were chatting about it, and that's where I was saying, I said, as long as you go in motion, you don't get hit, they couldn't cover.
Yeah, I don't want to give away, but we actually have something that we call money, that if we see any receiver gets, and I'm not, going to give it on this feed, but there's a certain coverage where if we get it, they'll coordinate, they'll say money, and then something happens and the quarterback will have just him and the other guy, and it's almost like playground ball. But if you know arena football, all the coaches out there probably know exactly what I'm talking about. But I challenge you to get into that coverage.
It's a good thing. Okay, let's see you play Justino's tackle. All right.
Yeah, you don't see too many of these, and I don't want to see too many more.
Yes, right?
Can we see the whole play? Thank you. This is great. So we kick it perfectly. Now, what we don't see is there's two players, and he's caught inside right now, number 8. Number 8 is not supposed to be there. He's now trailing him. He's supposed to vice him, but there's the kicker getting outside. If you stop it right there.
Go back, John.
Rewind a little bit. I just want to show you how this is a game of inches. Stop it right here. Okay. See how Josh is outside? Number 2. He's outside. Yep.
Yeah,
he's outside. Stop.
That's because you're behind us on the film.
Number 8 is supposed to be on the other side of him.
You'll see it.
Anyway, number 8 that you see right there.
Yep.
If he is on our left,
yep.
What do you see? There's one person and there's 2 people to tackle. Because, and we got on him for this, he didn't play outside in from the left to the right because he came from the top left of the screen. This is why this play happens. So now you've got 2 people blocking linemen. This lineman is out of position, not playing outside in, but he's a lineman. He's converging. Darius runs by him, and then Justino, of course, does make the play, which we really appreciate.
Love to see the little man getting in on a tackle, though.
I like it.
He saved a touchdown.
I like it. Even though he gets thrown down after the play, which, it is what it is. All right. Now what are we on? Anderson's TD. Let's go to that one, John. What do you think?
Yeah, this was a really nice play. Some of you might not know we traded for Anderson from Albany. It was 89 Reed, and what was great is CJ was on the inside coming across at his depth, and that safety kind of had to choose. So I wish there was another angle. This angle right here. Okay, so right here, can you hit pause right? Well, actually, right there is perfect. So that DB that's sitting on the 5-yard line, him and the DB that's up top are basically tandeming Richie, number 15, and then the guy that's on our left of the screen, sitting on the 5-yard line, who is Hollis, is looking at CJ. So he's going to have to come down on CJ, but if you watch Richie, he does a veteran move. He comes and he makes his post move. Now he sees where that DB is, and now he gets even more back to the end zone. Watch him go back. See him go back?
Yep.
He's creating more space. So now that DB is high load between those 2 people, and then the ball is thrown right where Richie can get it, and it's a touchdown.
It was a great catch because he had to turn around.
100%. 100%.
Great catch.
And then he tried to kill the Albany owner with the football.
So that was another bullet in the gun that we knew that the down and distance would provide. They would play that zone. I actually thought that CJ was going to be the one that ended up with the football. We thought he'd play deep to short. He'd throw it over the Jack's head, but it didn't end up like that. I threw it to Richie. I was looking for the first down, but we got the touchdown out of it.
All right. So, I don't know. This one says fumble. That's the only thing it says on the play. You know what he's talking about?
I do.
Oh, now we do.
And actually, this is one of these coaching moments. Don't do that. Oh, yeah, great play. Rewind. Do you already know what I'm going to say or no? Okay, so I hate to say this, but it's just the truth. Okay, so by down and distance, before the play starts. Down and rewind it, please.
Go back.
Then
Go back.
Stop right there. Okay. So whenever they had two receivers into the boundary, meaning down by us, John, is the short side of the field.
Oh, okay. Thanks for explaining. Go ahead.
Well, no. Do you understand?
No. Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay, and the fullback is offset.
Yeah.
It puts our jack linebacker, which is the smaller linebacker, to the field. So his number one responsibility right now, but he's a defensive specialist, but we traveled him anyway. He's a big physical guy, so he played jack in this game, is the fullback. So right now on the sideline, I'm screaming and yelling, fullback, dive, fullback, dive, fullback, dive. Actually, if he does his job, he'll come and fill the hole, which is immediately seen. He'll tackle him, and there's no fumble. Because he didn't do his job, the play is delayed. The fullback ends up getting outside. He comes up late and then makes some fumble. So this is one of those things as a coach where you're like, oh, don't do that. Good job.
Great job. Thank you for doing
anyway,
that.
but watch the window's open. He should already be filling that hole. You know that as a linebacker.
Open doors.
You should be coming right
Doors
through.
open, you go through.
Correct. But he doesn't, but then he ends up doing that. So we're
Which was a fumble
happy
because
he did.
he was on top of the other player.
Correct.
You know, it was a good call. He landed there.
Correct.
And he stripped it beforehand.
Right, because he was losing control as he was going down. It doesn't matter if he hits the ground. If he's losing control, it is a fumble. It's funny because I talked to Junior when he got on the sideline, and I explained, you know that if you did what you're supposed to do, you don't make that play. And then actually we went through it, and then he was like, Coach, I get it now. Okay. So anyway, we were kind of concerned about, them getting some runs on us, but they didn't. They did a couple, but I'm saying overall, it wasn't too bad. So he made that play.
All right. So the next one's this one's actually this is after this drive. Right after that play, we're driving down to score. Go ahead. Do Parsons non-interception. Now, by the way, I'm in the end zone. See that ref down there right at the end? He stares right at it, right here where he rips the guy down. Go back, John. Williams, number 11, 22.
Hollis, right.
Watch. He pulls him, and it's crystal clear.
100%.
Go back further, John. You got to go back.
Right now.
Here. You'll watch. You'll see it. Right here, he has him.
The
he
guy with the hair.
jukes him. Now he's got him beat, and he goes to go by, and he grabs him right there, pulls him to the ground, and then makes the interception. Now, of course, you challenged it, and we won it, which was illegal. We get it now, but the call should have been the call.
Well,
it was pass interference.
I'll talk to you what happened later on. And listen, I'm not complaining about it, but as you know, first, we didn't challenge, and they said, "Oh, coach, you couldn't challenge." Then the next week, you challenged everything.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know where I'm at with this. So every officiating crew is different. So if you remember, we had a TV timeout, and they brought it all the way over there. And I'm reviewing this in my head, and I'm like, I watched him throw him down.
Yep.
This was clear interference. So then someone says to me on the bench, "Hey, I just got a text, and it's clear interference." And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go try to challenge this. After I heard
by
that.
the way, this was the first time they ref.
The first time what?
That they were refs.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Well, this shows.
I think
I'm sorry. I couldn't tell.
No, I think they did okay.
No, they did. They
time.
did. I'm
It
just
was the
kidding.
first time.
I can never be
Yeah,
happy with
but
them.
the other refs had another game or something they had to
I'll
do.
be real with you. If I'm really gonna, I'm not going to
For
ever.
the first time.
Yeah, I'm not ever gonna say they're good, they're bad, or whatever. But I think overall in the league, if I was to improve it, and I'm not challenging the league's anything. I'm just saying in a passing football game, 90% of the time, you would think the back judge would get a little bit more help.
That's what I'm
needs help,
talking about.
though.
We need another one.
But
We
no,
need two
but what I'm
back
saying is, I don't even think he needs to be in the back. I think there needs to be somebody in the front looking at the back, because sometimes that's a tough job. You're looking at the back of people, they're coming at you, and you can't tell when they get there, when the ball gets there. From the front, you can see it sometimes.
yeah.
So sometimes that's just my suggestion to help. But they've done overall a great job, so anyway, with that being said, they said to me after that, you're not allowed to challenge the play. And I said, we did. I mean, you gave it to us. The call was correct. So, well, no, you're not allowed to, to challenge the play. That it's not challengeable anymore. And I said, look, did you get it correct? He said, we did. I said, well, that's what I was told early in the year. If you got it correct, I won't challenge again. If I try to challenge, then you need to tell me I'm not allowed to challenge. And I won't challenge if you say
There you
no.
go. Well, at least they saw it was clear penalty that they didn't catch.
Right, well,
Seen
mean,
a lot
right?
of stuff.
yes. 100%.
You got any questions you want to ask them while we're going along?
No, I got one, but I'm not even going to mention it again
That's fine.
this season. No,
Which
you can
one?
see it right there.
Top one here?
Yeah, It's about you answering your emails again.
Would you like me to answer since people see this?
Sure, go right
Can I
ahead.
answer this?
Good. You can answer
Yeah.
any way you want. This is
Hey,
a show.
Shawn, I appreciate you wanting to try out. We don't think you have a place on the team. If you want to try out next year, you're competing with number 11. He's one of the best in the business here. I appreciate you wanting to be on this football team, but we made decisions what's best for the team. I saw you here. No disrespect. At some point, I wasn't good enough either, but maybe you better fit on another team. That's really it. I'm sorry.
All right. We'll move on then. Let's play 7.
You too, Cruz.
Fumble TV. TD. Fumble TV.
You too.
This was great. I wish. Well, which one are we looking at here? I wish we could have got a little bit more spunk after this. But you know what was great about this? You know my favorite part of this play? I know you knowing me. What do you think my favorite part of this play is, Mr. Cheney? See, watch the play.
Me, I love that he fought to get after the
That's
fumble.
not him fought. Watch.
Yeah, he's being pushed.
Yes.
Dude, it's
That
a team effort.
is my favorite
Yes.
part of this play. Rashad Miller, if you could rewind
He
that
helped
again.
him. God, rewind it a little bit, John.
It was really good
Right
to
here,
see. Yeah.
right there.
Watch
he comes
Rashad
in.
Miller. He
He's
says,
not done. Number 96.
Get in
Oh,
there.
we're going.
I love it. Rashad, I love it. I love it. I love it. That's such a
Yep.
great play.
Without a doubt.
Let me see who's on there.
It was beautiful. All right. I know the coach is reading, but we're going to go to the next
good.
thing. We're
Oh,
going to
it's a
go
letter.
to the Outlaw TD. And then the next after this is the one I want to talk about and ask you a couple questions.
This is
about.
just a really good thing. We worked this out, and actually, you know what I love about this, CJ? If you can see that up on the screen, if you're watching, if you don't, that's fine.
It's up there.
We did basically
It's delayed.
a outside motion with a fade, but we ran an inside flat with CJ. And if he doesn't throw this and doesn't like it, I like how you see CJ come open on the flat as well. So it's not just one. CJ would have been open underneath. You see him?
Yeah.
So not bad. Way to put it up there. Good throw, good catch. Lonnie made the play. Jabari delivered it in the line game, the protection.
There you go.
Was there a reason? Yeah,
you switched out quarterbacks.
Matt didn't do anything in particular wrong, but just sometimes, it's just not working. And sometimes you put it in a different guy, it gives you a little bit of a spark. For a moment there, I thought it actually was going to work. But they scored and it didn't matter. But, Jabari deserves to play practice as well as anybody, as well as Matt. So I wanted to see what we had. We still had another game to play. So we made the decision to put him in. But, Matt will start off this week. We might even have another quarterback besides Jabari. We'll see.
All right, so this one I got to ask you on this fan interference kick.
Yeah, I didn't like it.
Okay. My question is, if so everybody understands the rule. When you kick off here and it hits the ground now, If that
Correct.
goes out of bounds anywhere on the field, is that where you get the ball? So if I kicked it, drove it into the ground
it
at
went-
say I
Yes and no. Let me explain. If
Go ahead.
it hits the 3, goes in the end zone, goes out the sidewall, 5-yard line.
Okay.
But yes, if the way you explained it, if it goes out of bounds at the 7,
7. Say anywhere on the field. If it hits the ground and goes out,
Yes.
is that where you get it?
correct.
Okay.
Correct.
Now let's go because we're good. Play to play again because we really explain what happened there. So when he kicks off and he hits and bounces in the air, when it hits that sidewall, the
doesn't
little
hit-
kid
doesn't hit
reaches
right
over
there.
and they fight for the ball.
Right. So once the fan hit it, it's basically dead
So that's a dead ball now.
on that 6, 7, or 5, wherever they gave it to us.
So it was a correct spot because even if the fan didn't touch it, went out of bounds there. Correct? Because it hit the ground.
No, it didn't hit the wall yet. It actually didn't hit the wall. It hit his hands.
No, but see.
Yes, it's out of bounds.
Yes.
Because it hit his hands.
And that's where we would get it.
Correct.
And then
Okay.
CJ says, "Give me that ball."
Correct.
I like it. They needed that ball anyway because I don't know if you saw this. John, did you? Oh, you didn't do it. You know, this ball right here, they put out a thing that you get 2 playoff tickets if you return one of those balls because the Empire's needing some of their balls back.
I'll send a couple up. No, I'm just joking. I don't have any balls.
Hey, John,
feel
I
bad.
just got a note here that we have an ex-Orlando Predator in the house. Ernest Allen is in the house tonight.
Do we?
Ernest Allen is in the house tonight.
You know what? I think is he like in this house or
Yes.
Is
Ernest Allen, where are you at?
he, hey, now listen.
There he
We
is.
always have to at least acknowledge because the tradition of the Orlando Predators is something that being a former Florida Bobcat and being up there in New Jersey, this was the place to be. And I was never here, obviously. I'm here at the right time as a coach. But hey, let's give him a round of applause, Ernest.
What up, Ernest? Yeah, I don't know what year, but that's awesome. That's awesome that he's in the house. All right. So, speaking of that, we got 2 birthdays today, don't we?
Yeah, we got a couple of birthdays
We got
today.
a guy that works at Donato's. I think it's his birthday, right?
Yeah.
That's a
believe-
joke. He heard that, I'm
He
sure.
was on the show last
I
week.
sent him a text today and said, happy birthday.
That's all I know.
He wasn't
I
in
know it's
practice?
Herky Walls.
Oh, it is.
Herky
It's
Walls'
Herky.
birthday is today.
Yes.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Happy birthday, Herky.
Yeah.
Herky's, and who else?
Austin Reagan.
Austin
That's right.
Reagan
Yep.
is his birthday today.
And what's Austin? 25?
Caleb, you better be taking care of Dad right now.
25. I think that's what Herky said he was. 25.
25,
I
definitely.
thought he was 29. I don't know.
I hope Caleb is taking good care of him. He's taught them the game well and raised a great boy.
All right. So next play, Albany wide open touchdown.
This is what I was referring to,
this is when, me, defensive backs, I get nervous when a guy's this open because to me it's not a breakdown because look, we already had a problem already. You know what I mean? It's just,
Once again, what I have
Now,
a problem with is
right there.
and I got a problem with that too. But go ahead.
to be honest, that's a very smart football play.
He's
Yeah,
just
it is.
killing
It
it.
is, but still.
Uh,
As a Predator
Hey,
fan, I'm going
can
to
I ask you something? Go back there, John. Any forward progress stop? Any forward progress stop when you stand there for?
Yeah, but the player has to be stopped by somebody. Right there, he's just wasting time because he knows there's 9 minutes left. They're
There
up
was
a
nobody
score.
around him.
Huh?
There was nobody around him.
Correct.
Stand there, run the
Correct.
clock down.
I mean, I would coach my player to do that personally.
I know.
I mean, I understand. I get it. I'm more disappointed that if you're going to miss the play, there's nobody running down there to put him in the middle of the next week.
Thank you.
That's what I want, but I mean, it is what it is. He's a good football player. My hat's off.
Oh
to him.
yeah, he played a great game.
Oh, you
but,
can't. Yeah, you can't fault.
I
the
mean,
guy.
I'd rather we double team him and leave the other guy open.
Correct. I mean, once again, 3rd and 10 is my issue. Because, if they, right there with one score, they go to 4th and 10, chances are they're not going to go for it.
Yep. Because of the position and the score. All right. So then we got Williams catch of the game.
Catch of the game.
Catch of the game. Let's
What are
see
you
that.
nodding for?
I mean, we say game. It could be year. I'm not sure. I know this would be on ESPN Plays of the Year if you want to send that in, Mr. Mannock, because I have not seen too many players catch the ball with their legs. It's a great athletic play. People say luck, but I know this isn't luck. He feels the ball and then squeezes it and brings his hands around.
Major
I mean,
focus.
I'll take a little credit with that. We worked that in practice last
you?
week.
Yeah.
No, we did not. We did not work that in practice. Great play, CJ. It's you continue to make great plays.
Awesome.
I actually liked. I know we don't have it here. You say catch of the game. I was really impressed, and I'm not discrediting CJ's speed, but if people that don't know, he's not like exceptionally fast. He's fast, but he's not like burner fast. And on the play where he's running down about the 10-yard line, I think he caught a hitch, made a great move, and they had the angle on him. He gives the same move that he gives when he runs his double moves, and it literally just the guy's jock strap's probably on the 5 still, and he walks into the end zone, where that's just athleticism. It's not speed. It's just something. It's called it. You can't explain it. It's just it.
Wayne Cribbett reminds me of a guy that didn't have any speed, and he runs perfect patterns and had that, just phenomenal.
I'm not going to compare CJ to Jerry Rice, but Jerry Rice ran a 4.6 or a 4.7. Same with, Eddie Brown, that played this game long time. He's Antonio Brown's father. Both of those guys ran exceptionally good routes, and they were not, 4.5, 4.4 guys. Those were, 4.6, 4.7 guys.
All right, so
But I think you're in the 4.5s, just to be clear.
before we bring up any players, we'll talk about how the league is set right now. Different things, who's going to be in the playoffs. So right now, I want to ask you a question. You got the Empire at 7-4, the Cobras at 8-5. The Empires beat the Cobras pretty good both games that they played them. Okay, yet if the Empire lose,
I can't stand it,
and the Cobras win, due to the fact that the Cobras played 2 more games, right? There'll be 9-5 compared to 7-5.
See,
so the percentage, which I don't like,
I'm going to tell you something.
will go to the Cobras.
And I don't want to. I wasn't involved in these things. I hope to be involved with them. I'll give you an example. Up in New York, we had what's called the Section 2 football committee. And so it was all based, a bunch of superintendents and principals that were on this, because football is a big deal, right? In my younger years, actually, I was the only athletic director, not administrator, that was allowed on the Section 2 football committee. And there's 13 of us. And basically what you do is when you come up with things like this that are problems, you strategize to solve the problems. And I got to tell you, I would have been adamant about, I don't care if they're playing more games or not, if a team wins head-to-head more times, or maybe it's another solution that, with this SDM, Shared Decision-Making Committee, we would come up with. But there's no way that I would agree that, let's say, here's another example. Let's just take numbers. 8-6, the percentage on 8-6 is better than 6-4, even though there's only 2 games in between, just because you've played more games. So, I mean, I don't exactly know what the answer would everybody would agree to, but I bet you now Coach is looking at it.
Oh yeah, because being that they'll be 7 if they lost, if the Empire lose and they're 7-5, and then the Cobras win, they'll be 9-5, and 2 of those losses are head-to-head against the Empire, where the Empire didn't have a chance to play the other 2 games.
Well, I'll tell you something else that I would have argued, because I'm all about these numbers, and like I said, I had a little bit of experience of this. Let's just say, because this obviously was the plan, let's go back to the Jacksonville game. Let's say we don't fumble, we go in, we beat Jacksonville, right? And then we're 4-8. Okay? So, sorry, we would have been at the time 4
4
and
and
7.
7.
And then we would have, just say we lost to Albany, 4 and 8. Technically, if the Lions, let's say they did lose to San Antonio, right? And where I'm going is all 3 teams finished at 4 and 8, right? Because that was a very high probable.
It was possible.
Right, without a doubt.
Yeah.
So my thought was, and I can do this now. Okay, we beat Columbus twice. We beat San Antonio 2 out of 3. The 3 teams are tied. We're in. Guess what? Not true.
Nope.
I thought it was true because that's logical.
Right? You would assume.
That's logical. 3 teams tied at 4 and 8. 1 team beats both of them head to head. They're in. But I was told, no, that's not it. It goes to the next tiebreaker. So I said, okay, what's the next tiebreaker? Well, I don't know right now. I'll give it to you if we get there. That's what I was told.
Yeah,
I
no.
won all those tiebreakers before.
Well, actually, I don't know. I know one thing.
It doesn't matter.
You know, I saw a bunch of things about the rule books that, you know, people want the rule book on the online and all that stuff. I'm telling you what we're going to do.
You know,
The
that's
NAL,
a lot of-
we're going to publish our rule book on our website.
There you
got a
go.
You
lot-
give it to us, we're putting it out there for our fans.
And after
There ain't
this
no going
year,
to be any question.
You're going to have
They
to
can look it
increase
up.
your data and your space.
There you go. They can look it up. They can see the rule. I mean, I know we have the rule book.
We
but I
have
guess-
it. We
I
have
guess
it,
I
but
don't
I
know
wasn't
why
gonna post it out
should
there.
be on the NAO website. Okay. There's some things that you know, I'd like to try to. We try to make better, but there's no reason for it not to be published. It's the rule book, right?
Of course.
It is what it is.
Of course.
All
I mean,
right.
all the transactions are public, right?
Yeah, all
Yep.
the transactions are out
All
there.
the scores are public. All the suspensions are
Sure.
public.
Yeah.
All the teams that are joining the league are
I don't
public.
know. Are the fines? Are the
No, I haven't
Fines
seen
are not public.
Fines
That's
are not
personal
published.
information.
No.
I believe.
Okay.
I
No,
believe.
they're just speculations, and then people talk about it, and then you just blow it out of proportion.
right.
That's
Yeah.
just what it goes.
But we need to put the rule book on so people know. And I mean, you know, it's right there, black and white, and they can
Well,
read
there's
it
going to be
too.
some changes.
Oh, there's
The rule book.
definitely got to be changes.
It's changes
They
every
change.
year.
Oh, no,
every year.
but what I'm saying is, before the league season starts, do we put the
Right,
new rule book
right.
online?
Yeah.
And I think,
I
honestly,
agree.
I
Yeah.
No
think with
biggie.
the changes that were made, I think they were good changes. I do.
Yeah, I mean, and there's got to be more, and we can always make it better. And I don't care how good we make it, we can always make it a little better. Okay, so there's a lot of games that are very important this weekend for other teams. Are you listening to me, Coach?
Yes,
I'm talking to
I
you.
am. Go ahead.
Yeah, a question right on there,
So
Lisa.
who do you think's the best team in the league right now, going in right now today?
You know what's interesting? If you asked me 2 weeks ago, I would have said I thought Jacksonville was the hottest team. I thought Albany had the best roster. Jacksonville was the hottest team. And I would have think with the way that Columbus is playing since they got Espinoza, if they caught some steam, which it looks like they have, they're the most dangerous. You asked me today, little different. Probably say Albany has a better roster. And they've been together longer, and that's why I'm saying that. They haven't had changes, only a couple players here
Which
and there
is
in the
good.
last. Right.
Yeah.
Carolina, I mean, I like the way the roster looks, but
They're great on
let's look
paper.
at all the sports that have ever done that. You know, I'm a big data guy, and when you change all these players and you get it doesn't ever work. So I don't know if it's going to work, but I would bet against it myself if I was betting man, which I'm not. So after that, believe it or not, I say Columbus. So I say Columbus, Albany.
All right. A team that's actually coming up, San Antonio, is looking better and better every week.
San
that they
Antonio
play.
is like the Cinderella team this year.
they're
came out of
coming along
nowhere.
every week, which is great. You know, great for the league. You know, they're doing a good job down there. They had a bunch of fans. That was a great game right down to the end.
Yeah.
So to go over the schedule this week, you got San Antonio against Albany. You got us at the Lions, and then you got the Cobras at the Sharks. And that's the last game of the season.
I know we got a lot of fans going up to Columbus for the for the game this next week.
You know, that's something to tribute to our fans. It's so appreciated, and I see and hear, I don't see, but I hear a lot of players talking about it, and I've seen some of the people that have come to this show talk about how they're going up, and how, I mean, we just see them everywhere. We see them in Jacksonville. We see them in Columbus. We see them in Carolina. You know, hopefully next year we see them in Fayetteville. You know, I know that we have a lot of players that had people in the Northeast, but we definitely saw them in Albany.
Yeah.
San Antonio might be a stretch. I don't know what we saw there, but it's just so much appreciated because we have the best ninth man, without a doubt, in the league, without a doubt.
Without a doubt, yeah, absolutely.
There were
We draw the
a couple
biggest
questions about Iron Man returning. I don't know if the league makes any definitive, you know, answers. I'll tell you, I hope so. The game's definitely, it's a lot. The strategy is a lot more complex with Iron Man football. I think that's good for the game, and that's what the old Predator, you know, fans are used to. Some of them might not like it. I coach it regardless. I coach football regardless, whether it's in the parking lot, it's got nets or whatnot. If you got passion, it doesn't really matter. But I really, truly love the Iron Man game. I know it doesn't look like, you know, some of it what turned out, but I feel like we had the advantage this year with the Iron Man game. Not so much sometimes with the kicking, but with a lot of the other things we did. And, you know, it's different when you're coaching the Ironman game than you're coaching the others. But I don't know. Do they make those determinations? Have they decided anything, John?
No. Well, Iron Man's going to stay. It's just we're just trying to bring back the nets.
That's
because,
huge.
The problem, yeah, we're trying to bring back. We tried to bring it back this year, to be honest with you. The reason we couldn't bring back the nets is not everyone could have them built and get everything, you know, with COVID and everything. But now that a lot of things has opened up a lot more, you know, we have them. You know, we just need new nets.
I can talk about
we
it.
We have the framework, but other teams have to get fitted and everything. And there was no way that we could do it without all the teams being able to have it. So that's why we couldn't. We're shooting to have the nets next year, which is a big part and a lot of fun with the Ironman. So a lot of people don't understand that in reality, there's no rule changes, you know, when you play Ironman as far as the game itself. It's just who can come off, who can stay on, and all that.
Yeah.
But rule-wise, no rules change.
Yeah, other than the ones that
Substitution.
Yeah, well, do you remember there's a couple rules this year where I challenged and actually won the challenge because it was logical, but the rule I wasn't supposed to, so then they emailed after and said, we're changing the rule now. That happened, actually.
There you go.
Like one is where the ball flew over the guy's head in Columbus. Technically, right, arena football, for those, we have a lot of fans, and I'm gonna say something about Lisa right there because she said 14 going up.
Yeah.
I'm just going to say, Lisa, right here on this feed, thank you. That's amazing. I mean, 41's better, but 14 is amazing, for real.
That's Pred Nation. That's Lisa.
That's awesome.
From Pred Nation, yeah.
But anyway, back to that game. The Columbus game, original arena football, right, the way the game is played, because there's not a lot of run, but when you put the fullback in the shotgun, it changes the game. So there was never any shotgun, hardly any shotgun back in the original arena football game. So the rule technically was if the ball hit the ground inside the box, the jack linebacker or the other linebacker, and that's I played the jack linebacker, couldn't run outside. You could run, couldn't run outside to get the football. Well, now that linebacker can go sideline to sideline. So there's two reasons why they changed this. Number one, it just doesn't make any sense if you drop the snap and it's on the ground that you can't go play football and get the football.
Yeah,
that's just, again,
anybody
logical,
should
right?
be able to get it.
Right. The second thing is you're putting the player in a position where he's running to the sideline and he sees the ball here and he can't run because he's already run outside the box. So you're kind of putting him at a disadvantage doing that, right? Well, I challenged the play against Columbus, and then they said, yes, that's logical. They gave us the ball, and that was the wrong call. So then after that, they said that they changed the rules. That's one rule that they changed. Another one is where I talked to you about the intentional grounding, and I asked about the 10-second runoff.
That's absolutely
right. So they may not go with the 10-second runoff, But I explained, well, then what should happen is, if you know that, you're not going to give the offensive team, reward them for throwing the ball out of bounds. You don't have a 10-second runoff. They don't have timeouts. And this is the next best thing. It's not, I don't really think it's great, but what they may do is go ahead and put the ball down, spot it for ready for play, and start the clock.
Yeah,
Which,
you can't be rewarded for a penalty.
so that's better, right, than going to the huddle and having 30 seconds, So anyway, they may do that. So those are a couple rule changes. If the nets come back, then another thing that would be changed is once the ball hits the net and it comes in play, it's live. Actually, it's been like that with the post.
Yes.
It's
Yes.
been like with the post. Okay, so I'm just trying to see. But you could also catch interceptions off the net.
Off the net. Okay.
Off the net. So anyway, that's cool. You were talking about Iron Man, and like I said, I just gonna say I love the Iron Man game, but those are what the Pred heads, original Pred fans, were all used to. So hopefully they like it, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
You want to address that? I can ask.
Actually,
about the
Lisa
San
wanted to know
Antonio.
about a fan committee. If you
Yeah,
could,
what's a fan committee?
Yeah.
I'm interested in that.
Yeah.
She said about a fan committee.
Explain a little more.
Speak what you're talking about, Lisa, about that. And then here's one.
Tom Traver's got a question there. He says,
Okay.
Any opinion on the Devin Wilson referee incident in San Antonio?
Yeah, I saw that. And somebody has ahead of that said something about backyard in your face, aggressive football. I mean,
No.
I want to have a smash mouth, big physical football team that plays the whistle, and I'll say it right there. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think when you do things outside of the rules, then yes, it becomes backyard in your face. That's unsportsmanlike, and that's not something
I don't
that
think
I want.
that's what he meant.
No,
I don't
no,
think
the
that's what he
person
meant.
ahead, ahead of that.
Right there. No, right here.
No, right here.
Yes.
And I don't know. It says it will always be dangerous. I don't agree. Well, let me back up. Football is dangerous.
Sure.
And anybody that tells you it's not is probably lying to you.
Yeah.
It's not a nice game. Anybody
And
that says it's nice.
And if you're playing it nice,
hey,
you're getting your ass kicked.
You're going to play center for me, John. You're going to play center. And it's going to be fun. You're going to it's not going to be hard. No one's going to hurt you.
Yeah,
You're going to
good
love
luck.
it. Every day it's going to be so much fun. I'd be lying to John if I said that. But anyway, back with the actual San Antonio player. I really want to give the young man the benefit of the doubt. I see him running.
Shark player.
He's Sharks.
I see him running. I want to give anybody that's playing the benefit of the doubt.
All right, so I watched the play.
I'm
over
hoping
and
that
over.
he's not looking. He turns and either doesn't know that it's a referee, or he's turning to make a better angle to go and doesn't see him.
Well, he's been terminated.
Well,
Yeah.
could be.
Suspended.
And
Indefinitely
there's
by the
something
league.
else. Whether I
But-
agree with it or not, in this league, you're guilty and then you
Yeah.
got to be proven innocent.
Yeah,
So,
but if you watch it slow motion and over again, what it is, it's frustration that led.
So
I'm going to tell you
So
what I see.
you think it really did happen on purpose?
It did. It's frustration, and I feel bad. It was he knows right after he did it, it was a mistake. You know what I mean? It was a mistake, but he was just aggravated. At the time, they got the ball. But yeah,
it was,
because I watched it over and over. He actually leaves his feet.
Oh no, I saw it.
These
Listen, the way his chest hits the ground worried me of whether he was, going to be okay, unconscious,
The way
whatever.
His head jerked and
But
it's
I'm
a
going to
little
go back
scary.
to what my original statement. I want to give the player the benefit of the
Yeah,
doubt.
I get it.
And
He's
I want
playing
to,
like a true coach.
And I want to think that somehow that was not on purpose, because I don't know why you would ever take something out on a referee. I mean, if that were the case, I probably wouldn't be sitting here right now. I mean, seriously.
Sure.
I'm just saying.
I know.
I
Believe me, it was a mistake that he made. That's all it was.
Yeah,
But
we'll see what
it's
his
a costly
statement is.
mistake, because some people make mistakes and it costs them a lot. Okay. What we need to do, though, we're running late in the
problem.
night. We need to get your two players on.
All right, so
All right.
I'm just going to say first, I'll just talk about both of them real quickly. First, CJ, he's learned the game, had a tremendous season so far. He had, 10 catches, 170-something yards, 3 TDs. Good little work night that night.
Let's get Williams up here real quick.
And he's
Come
on his
up
way.
here, Williams.
And Anthony Cruz would be the second one from Bethune-Cookman. So
You come. Hey, let's throw it to a commercial, John.
To be accepted to WASM was a surreal experience. Something that I thought was a dream, is actually coming true.
Once WASM gave me the opportunity, I was like, wow. Wow.
We're trying to build a legacy. We're trying to be the premier school of the Bahamas and the Caribbean.
Finally, somebody gave me that opportunity.
The faculty really do want you to succeed.
It was the most exhilarating feeling in the world.
I'm just so happy to be where I am right now.
I love this school.
All right, we're back. Mr. Williams, so how you doing, man? How you like it at the playing for the Predators?
I'm doing great. I love playing for the Predators. I love the fans, the stadium.
The Amway Center, huh?
Yes, sir. I love it.
Yeah, a lot of guys love playing at the Amway. You had 10 catches, 172 yards, 3 touchdowns, and by far the catch of the game. So let's talk about the game itself. Are you feeling the game? Is it slowing down for you? You know how athletes, how things slow down for them,
right,
where everybody else is seeing it 1,000 miles, but when you're there and playing it,
right.
How's it working out for you?
It's definitely slowed down for me since first couple of weeks. But going into this game, I had a great mindset. I knew I was going to come in and dominate. That was just my mindset before coming in this game, and that's what I did.
Yeah, it's good to come in with a positive attitude, feel like you're going to dominate, because you don't want to go into one of these games thinking, all right, this guy's faster, this guy's this, that. They couldn't cover you. When you cut, you left them standing there, and the coach even said you're not that much faster than them. It's just you were ready for this game, and that was awesome.
Right. Thank you.
So, what's your plans next year? You plan on coming back for the Predators or what? A little hesitation there.
Well, after the season, I plan on training, getting my body right, staying in shape, and if it comes to it, then I'll be back.
And, we always want everybody to move up to whatever level,
right,
the highest level. We're always there for you. And actually, that's why we do this. We're hoping to showcase your talents to get you to another level.
Yes, sir.
But
yes, sir.
If you can come back, we'd love you to be back here. You're doing a great job.
Yes, sir.
What do you got for him, Pat?
Well, as far as questions from here, limited. But for questions from me that I like to ask, where are you from originally?
Well, I'm from Orlando.
Orlando. Where'd you go to high school?
I went to Jones High School.
Jones High School.
Yes, sir.
I went to Evans. Sorry about that. But college?
I went to a JUCO in New Mexico. New Mexico Military.
Okay.
So, yeah, I went to a JUCO.
They treat you respect there.
Yeah. It was like a military-based school, so I had to get a ball head, all that. Yeah.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
No, ain't nothing wrong with
Ain't
that.
nothing wrong with that. Not everybody can have locks like John and you,
How to get a bald head.
Yeah.
But tell us, as far as you're with the Orlando Predators now, what other teams have you been with?
This is my first pro team.
First pro team?
Yeah, I came from semi-pro, so.
Okay.
Yeah, this is my first pro team. Yeah.
How old are you?
I know one thing. You've been seen. You've been seen now, buddy. And I don't know. That's just that's the way it is. We want you to be seen. We want you to hopefully you get that chance. You know what I mean? Because not everybody gets the chance, even at the high level of the NFL. That they're just as good as those guys there,
Right.
but they haven't been seen, you know?
Right.
Or, you know, they go and they have one bad day and then everything's ruined, you know what I mean?
Right.
But, you know, in the NFL, even those players, they have bad days all the time, but they're already there.
Right,
You know what I
right.
mean?
Yes, sir. Just need an opportunity.
That's it. And, you know, we're hoping that we can give all our players an opportunity to achieve, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. What else do we have?
Magic wants to know what's your favorite football movie. Magic Staten's one of our Pred heads, long time, since '91. What's your favorite football movie?
It's out of Waterboy or Blindside.
There you go.
Yeah, Brian's song's one of my favorite too, and I actually have Gail Sayers' autograph helmet.
Yeah, you do. I've
Yep.
seen it.
Yep, I have Gail Sayers' helmet, so that's a big one for me. What do you do? He always asks this question. What do you do? What's your favorite thing to do outside of football?
Football really my life, but outside of football, play Call of Duty.
There you
hang
go,
out
Call
with
of
my
Duty.
friends.
Yeah,
You a
there's
gamer?
something. Yep, some
Yeah,
guys like the
gamer.
video. Call
Yeah.
of Duty. That's
Xbox
one of
or
my
PlayStation?
favorites. What?
Xbox or PlayStation?
Xbox.
Xbox.
Yeah.
Believe it or
Yes,
not,
sir.
that's the only game I've ever played is Call of Duty Xbox. That's the only one I play once
It's
in a while.
great.
But I hate when my son, he doesn't even have a gun. He just runs around stabbing me in the back of the neck.
Oh, no. No.
Pisses me off. See, I don't like, what I don't like about it is I'm a peripheral vision guy, you know. I see movement over here. I can adjust. In that game, I feel like I'm tunnel vision. Like, I can only see as I turn like that. And it drives me crazy. Yeah. But that's funny as hell.
What about any hidden talents? You got any hidden talents, DJ? Play any instruments? Are you
I know how to play
are you a singer?
the violin.
You play the violin?
And the trumpet.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
See, that's stuff that fans don't know about you. They see you
Right.
out on the field giving your heart, you know, for them, for the Predators.
Right.
And you play violin, you play trumpet.
Yep.
That's,
Yes, sir.
All right, I
Fans
want
wanna
to see
know
you
this
play The
stuff.
Devil Went Down to Georgia. That'd be a good one. The violin right there, right?
Yeah,
Or is
yeah,
that what
yeah.
it's called? What's the difference between a violin? What was that big argument? A violin and what's he play in that song? Devil Went Down to Georgia. What is it? Yeah, is there a fiddle? Is there and a violin? What's the difference?
One's country, one's not.
But what else? You got any? You got anybody you want to say hello to out there? And
I love you, Mama.
there you go.
There you go. Someone said here, can the Orlando Americans get a shout out? Who's the Orlando
Oh, yeah.
American?
Shout out to G-Rack, man. G-Rack was my semi-pro coach. He kind of put me on with the Predators, introduced me to Coach Higgs. So, yeah, that's my semi-pro coach.
There you go.
Hey, thanks for bringing the mic to help us out.
Absolutely.
Yeah. You got any more like him? Send them our way, will you?
Yeah, if you got any more,
Yep.
send them our way. Because you sent a good one this time.
Yes, sir.
So, are you
right.
keeping track of your touchdowns this year?
I am.
How many you
I
got?
am. I think 16.
16 touchdowns?
Yes, sir.
All right. And I
Total
don't know where
yards?
I'm
You
going
know total yards?
I was gonna,
I think I have like 681.
Yeah.
I'm
That's
sure
one
we
of the
can get
things I'm a
those
little.
stats. That's pretty good for our first year.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
receiver in
16
the
TDs.
NAL.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
That's a good one. That's a good one. All right. We appreciate you coming on. Thanks for taking the time to come visit us at PR Tacos. And
Breakdown. Oh, PR Tacos and Margarita Palace. Can't forget
PR
Margarita
Tacos Palace and Margarita Bar.
Margarita
Bar. Yeah, we had it down the first time.
Damn, yeah.
But thanks for coming on. Let's bring up your buddy Cruz.
Thanks.
Thanks, man. Thanks for coming on. Yeah, let's show. You want to show the clip? Wait till he gets up here. Come on up, Cruz.
Your turn. Your turn.
How's it going?
What's up, buddy?
Doing good, doing good.
look a little shorter than you were yesterday. All right, let's show Cruz's clip here.
Look at you throwing that ball. You stood in there like a quarterback too. You waited and waited and waited.
Oh yeah, not a lot of people know that's the position I play. Like I play quarterback, so.
Talk into that.
Oh, not a lot of people knew that. When I first got introduced to the team, Coach Higgins, it's crazy how God works. I was in church and I was with my girlfriend and I was crying in church, just praying for opportunity, and randomly a number called me, and it was Coach Higgins. And once he was telling me, he was like, what position do you want to play? Like, because I know you're a quarterback, so where do you feel better playing? They didn't, he gave me the option, whether you want to play quarterback, receiver, jack. So I said, I feel better at receiver. And plus, if I could play receiver, I could play jack. I work, versatile. I can help the team both ways, defense or offense. But, it's just, when he gave me that plan, he was working it to practice, I was hype. I'm like, oh, yeah.
Let's do this.
Let's do this. Like, he got some
Might as well get a little throw in there, too,
yes,
right?
Yeah.
And it was a good pass.
Yeah, like I wasn't going to force nothing. Like Coach said, if you're going to force it, just throw it out of bounds. So I wasn't even going to force it at all, to be really true.
But, yeah, you're doing a great job. So where'd you play college? Anywhere?
So, when I first started off, I played a junior college. It's called Nassau Community College.
Yep.
So 2014, I played there. I played quarterback. We went undefeated. We won the championship. So in New York. Yeah, so yeah, that's where I'm from, Bronx,
New York.
Yeah.
You from the Bronx, right near Throg's Neck?
Yeah, Nassau is in Long Island, I think. Yeah. So when I was there, we won the chip. I transferred because they wanted to change me to receiver. And then a second JUCO, I played quarterback. And then I went to Bethune-Cookman University.
Yeah, my neck of the woods.
Yeah, I played 2016. I broke my hand, played quarterback, changed me to receiver 2017. Broke my foot 2018. So I was just going through the motions, just injuries, and just going through it. So, after school, I worked at Wingstop. I was working at IHOP. I wasn't doing nothing, just working out. And that's when I told y'all about when Coach Higgins called me. That was my first ever opportunity, and that meant a lot to me. I cried, and it was just crazy. And, when I came in, he gave me my opportunity, and I had to take full grasp of it.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
And you are taking advantage of the opportunity. You're having a hell of a season. You did get hurt a couple games ago, right?
Yes, sir.
And how are you feeling now?
So I'm feeling 100% right now. I feel real good. I really, this is what really means a lot to me, because the athletic trainers, the doctors, the coaches, everybody been there for me every step of the way. So, it's not one day they not checking up on me, not one day. So, Cruz, what are you doing? Go to the pool. Go do the pool workout. That's how they hit me up and call me. So, ever since that, my injury, I was mentally just depressed, down. I'm like, wow, my team, I want to help my team. But, I was there for practice. I was there helping people out. I'm still going to be there. But, it was just a lot on my mind. I'm sitting out the whole season, just hurt. And, I'm just happy that, they helped me work to get back, rehab every single day. Coach was even on my head, because I'm like, why am I going to practice? But he film. You feel me? And I understand where he came from for that. Because instead of, it's not all physical, it's mental too. So if you can make yourself mentally strong, you can really, conquer whatever you put your mind to on the field.
Absolutely. And, I don't know if you know about me. I used to coach, and I used to watch football from 7 in the morning to 8 at night, every Saturday, every Sunday, be ready for Monday again for that Friday game. And then when I saw players, because we had huddle, and huddle will tell you if a player's on there watching it. So here you got a defensive back, right, that watched 2 minutes of film for the week, and he wants to know why he got burnt. When they line up, I knew which way the guys are going. He didn't know nothing. And film helps.
Film
and,
does
like you talk about God and everything like that, it's a mindset too. You know, the more you watch the other film, it's not all about everything you know. It's just what you feel too. You start to feel it. You know what I mean?
And it start becoming second nature.
Oh,
like,
easy.
Your reaction, everything is more faster, more precise. You're more confident, and that's where, like, you know, that's when I learned a lot. Because people, they slack on film. Film is where you get all your technique, your form. Oh, he might be tired this play. Oh, I'm gonna beat him this play. Like, and that's what Coach showed me, and you know, been watching film a lot. So I really thank Coach for that too, definitely.
Somebody made a comment here. It says being part of a team isn't just running plays on the field. That's very true. But I got a question for you, and I wanted to ask CJ, but in the jungle, you're coming out on the field, and the announcer announces your name. Describe that feeling, what it is running out onto the field at the Amway Center.
I'm going to be honest with you. Like, some of the players, the veterans, they warned me for the moment. They was like, it's going to be goosebumps. You're going to get so, like, it's your first experience. So when we stepped up and the fog came and and you hear the crowd, the fans, it's like the environment is love and family, and they cheer for you. And it's just, when they call your name, it's like, your heart pumping. It's like, yo, this is my opportunity right now, like, to show these people who I am and, you know, what I came here to do. Like, this is not selfish. I'm here to help a team. I don't care what type of stats I have. I don't care about none of that. I'm here to see a W at the end of the game.
At the end of the game.
You feel me? And that's like, I've been through all of that. Like, you know, sometimes it make people nervous. I'm not trying to be nervous. I'm 26 years old. Coach already, like, he makes me nervous when I run a wrong route, and I know I ran the wrong route, and I know Coach is about to come and tell me. I'll be like, oh man, like, you feel me? So it's like, I'm not even. It was fluttery, scary in the beginning, like, and beautiful. Everything goes up. You're like, wow, like, this experience. Every time, it's not just one time.
No.
Every single moment.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I've been a fan since, I think, 03. I mean, I started late. Since 03, and I still get chills when the lights go down and that song comes on and Claw comes out on, and then you guys coming out. I get chills just now just thinking about it. I mean, I can't imagine how you guys must feel.
Hungry.
Because the fans are 100% behind you the whole game.
And that's what I love. Like, once you feel that fan base, and that's what really uproars, that's what really, like, pushes us, like, and that's what I really love. Like, it's family. That's what it really is. That's all
it really
it's about.
is. Yes.
And we're just trying to make it better and better.
Yes, sir.
That's our goal, and we're trying to make the experience for the fans better. I know we were supposed to put up the pennants this year. You know, the wins. We'll definitely have them next year. We'll be getting it with the Amway right after the seasons and start working on that, because I guess it was going to be a problem, but we're going to make the problem go away so we could get them up there to show our past, our history. You know what I mean? For the Preds. Because, like, you have gentlemen sitting over there that played years ago for the Predators. It's pretty awesome. Actually, there was a gentleman here who's like, are you going to have who's one of the oldest Predator guys that he asked? Not before Herky. Who's the first one? One of the best ever.
Are you talking about Barry Wagner?
Yeah. He was like, he goes, are you guys bringing Wagner on today? It's like, not today, but we'll get him on the show. We'll get Herky on in the next couple weeks. We plan on having the dancers Monday. A couple of them are gonna come out. So, you know, this is our home, PR Tacos here, so we can showcase you guys, and you know what I mean. When we do some good things, talk about it. When we do some bad things, figure out how to make it better.
Yes, sir.
I mean, that's all we can do. We're not gonna hide it. We're just gonna figure out how we're gonna fix it. Right?
Definitely.
But we appreciate you coming up here. We're hope you get all the opportunities you can, and hope you can be back next year with us.
Yes, sir.
And you know, we have off season come up, and you know, being an old coach too, one of my things is there is no off season.
Yeah.
There may be an off season for the fans to see you, but you know, the best athlete work the hardest when no one's looking.
Nobody's looking.
Right?
Without a doubt.
Move in silence. Move in silence.
Yep.
That's what it is. Everybody's always.
Okay.
Oh, no, nothing, coach. Nothing. But I just want to give a quick shout out to a couple of people. I play semi-pro too with CJ too, so give a shout out to Coach G-Rack, Matt Wells, Anthony Smith. Definitely want to give a shout out to them too, because after college I didn't have nowhere else to play, and playing in Orlando, which I played Orlando Americans, that became a home to Orlando. So. Move from there to here was just like a big move, and it really meant a lot to me. And they helped me make that move, and God bless Coach, because he called me right on time, man. Like
perfect timing.
Perfect
for
timing.
us.
Yes, sir, definitely.
And that's another thing. Timing is very important. You know what I mean? Because could have missed the phone call. You could have missed something. Timing is very important for a lot of things in your life that are going to happen. So hopefully they all work out for you.
Yes,
all right, so watch party here at PR Tacos for this Saturday's game, 7 o'clock. We'll be playing at Columbus Lions. Yep.
Yeah.
And come on down. They had a great crowd here this weekend. It was a good crowd. So come on down to PR Tacos Palace and
Margarita
Bar. We're gonna work on it. Go ahead.
Get that. We're gonna get that.
Yeah. So next Monday we're gonna start our new time. It's gonna be at 7 o'clock. I mean, we do 8 o'clock for the coach and to get players here and stuff. But as of Monday, we won't be having a practice. So we're gonna be here 7 o'clock. And then in the off season, I think what we're doing is we're going to probably do the first Monday and the third Monday of every month. And we're actually going to, talk about maybe things that we're going to do in the off season, maybe some events we have coming up that we're going to bring players to, because through the Orlando Preds Football Foundation, we're always going to be going out trying to raise money for other foundations. And then also we're going to break down some NFL games.
That'll be fun.
And talk about some NFL. I mean, I got Jets season tickets and Jaguars season tickets, and so I've been a football nut all my life, so I can talk about any football.
I got the NFL package is about what I got.
I've had them forever. I could go on about football. But anyway, so we appreciate it. Thanks for watching us here at PR Tacos. And thank you to Cycle Fever TV. As you see, everything's brought to you by Cycle Fever TV, because without them, we wouldn't be doing this show.
Without a
We'd
doubt.
be doing it on a phone. We don't do that. We do it right. Just like we're trying to do for the Orlando Preds. Hey, and this ain't gonna be secret. We're gonna have an Orlando Predators bus next year. Oh yeah, we're getting our own bus.
Oh man,
we're gonna wrap that bitch. Oh, sorry. Yep, we're gonna make it right. We're trying to make it better. So.
And then the following season, a plane.
What? Yep. Yeah, so the away teams, when they come to visit, they'll have to get on a Predators bus to come to their game. On our home games, yeah, they will.
That'd be great.
Yep. We'll put like all little shit in the seats to say you suck and stuff. No. I like fooling around. Anyway, all right. Thank you all. Catch us here Monday, 7 o'clock at PR Tacos.
Thanks, and go Preds.
All right.
Let's go Preds.
Let's go Preds. Let's go.
Let's go Preds.